Alright everyone, what is up here today YouTube? Jigsaw0097 bringing you this video a little bit early. This is week 6 Eagles Vikings preview. The Eagles are going to be traveling to their home turf, Super Bowl champions turf in Minnesota to face off against the Minnesota Vikings. And I just got a couple things to say about this game. We came off of a great win, 31-6 against the Jets. However, that is the Jets, and we are getting back down to more oppositional football, I'd say. After the amazing win over the Green Bay Packers a couple weeks ago, the Eagles are riding pretty high. Dallas just dropped 2 games, as you guys know. They lost to the Saints and the Packers, which puts them right in line with the Eagles at 3-2. Technically, Dallas still leads the division. And the Dallas Cowboys have a very winnable game against the New York Jets coming up. However, this NFC East race is very much underway. The Giants actually lost to the Vikings recently, so the Vikings kind of helped us there. And the Redskins, as you guys know, are just putrid. They're done. 0-5. Jay Gruden fired. I wouldn't say they're done, but unless this new coach is like a football genius and he can just get it figured out in a couple games, they're pretty much toast. So really, this is honestly, this is between the Cowboys and the Eagles, and the Eagles have to, I'd have to say, guys, this is kind of a must-win for the Eagles. I really think they need to go in and get this win against the Minnesota Vikings. Hopefully Sam Darnold starts and we can get a loss for Dallas. How great would that be if the Jets, hungry for a win, beat Dallas? That'd be fantastic, but that's wishful thinking. The Eagles, first and foremost, have to take care of their own business, and that is in Minnesota against the Vikings. As you guys know, the Eagles' #1 weakness is their secondary. We've got guys like Orlando Scandrick back there, Nate Jerry. Really not a lot to mention right now. I think Jalen Mills is supposed to be coming back. Avonte Maddox, I think, is still out. I think Kame Grugier-Hill was back for the Jets game. Really just a mishmash of talent going on back there. And none of it is fantastic. So the Eagles are always going to have that weakness. And it looks like no trade news, guys. It's Tuesday. I haven't seen any Jalen Ramsey or any, Chris Harris, any secondary news here, so who knows what the Eagles are doing there. So it looks like this is what they got. However, we do have the #1 pass rush defense in the league as well, and we can stop the run. So Dalvin Cook might have a slow day, which will work to our advantage. And that's going to force Kirk Cousins to throw it out to Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs, which they're not to be scoffed at, guys. Those are 2 really good wide receivers. This is probably going to be actually one of the best wide receiver duos that the Eagles have faced yet. They did face Julio Jones, but that's really just one guy. This is going to be like a double threat, and I don't know. I don't know how they handle it, We'll just have to see what happens. Jim Short's defense is a bend-don't-break defense, but I do think if the Vikings have an edge against the Eagles, it is in that regard. But the Eagles obviously have Carson Wentz, and it looks like Deshaun Jackson will probably miss this game. But, we still got Alshon Jeffrey, we got Zach Ertz, we got Dallas Goedert. They got weapons. We got Jordan Howard. They just announced that Jordan Howard is going to be the feature back, which is great. Pound that rock, man. That's what that guy's good for. And I think that the Vikings defense is pretty good, but I think you can run the ball with Howard on them if you can get it going. If you can get it going early and often, really. That's the problem with Doug, is he's got these slow starts. He has a hard time committing to the run, which is just infuriating. But if he can get this thing going and he doesn't wing it out with Carson Wentz like 10 times in a row in the beginning of the game, we might have a solid foundation here. But overall, guys, this game is very winnable. Very winnable. I know the Vikings are a lot more tough than what they face, but the Eagles beat the Packers in Lambeau, which is probably the hardest test they've done in a while. I think the hardest games after that Green Bay game this season is going to be against the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots, which I think that they can beat those as well. But Seattle Seahawks is going to be the toughest one probably of the season, but I would have put that Green Bay Packers game right then and there. So the fact that the Eagles can go into Lambeau and get that done makes me feel like they can go into Minnesota. Like I said, their Super Bowl turf, beat Kirk Cousins and the Vikings. Kirk Cousins is an iffy one. He's about half and half with the Eagles, you know. Back when he was on the Redskins, he used to just destroy us under Chip Kelly. But a lot of that I actually accredit to Deshaun Jackson more than Kirk Cousins completely. Deshaun Jackson was just bad luck whenever he played against the Eagles. So, unfortunately, we won't have Deshaun Jackson either in this game. Like I said, he's going to be out. Probably will be back for the Dallas game is what I'm guessing. They're saving him for that one. So yeah, overall, guys, I think the Eagles win this game. I'm not really going to give score predictions. I kind of really don't do that anymore. But I think the Eagles definitely can win this game. I think they will win this game. But it will be a tough-fought battle. The Vikings embarrassed us last season on our own turf. You guys remember Jay Ajayi fumbling the ball at the 1-yard line? Was it that kind of game? So I don't think the Eagles are going to let that happen again. This is a different season, different team. The 2018 Carson Wentz is looking a lot more like, the 2018 Carson Wentz is gone. 2019 Carson Wentz is looking a lot more like the 2017 Super Bowl Wentz. So we'll just have to see how it goes. As long as Doug can run the ball effectively, keep the game as least, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Keep it as less sloppy as you possibly can, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, because that's one of the Eagles' problems is they play some really sloppy games. Even against the Jets recently, there was some sloppy stuff going on. If they can stay consistent like they did against Green Bay, that's really the blueprint. Because it was like every time Aaron Rodgers scored, the Eagles would score. So you got to match beat for beat. If the Eagles can keep that going, then I think they easily can get this win, guys. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about this game coming up down below. Do you think the Eagles can win? What do you think the biggest threat on the Vikings is to the Eagles? Personally, I think it's the Vikings offense with that wide receiver duo. Hands down, that is the biggest threat. I think the Eagles can run the ball on this defense, though, and if they can do that, they can win. So anyway, guys, comment down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. But to all my returning viewers, hit that notification bell so you guys can get notifications when I make videos like this. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. I love each and every one of you. And yeah, that's all I've got to say. So I will talk to you all later, guys.